G'day traders, welcome to a wrap up of Wednesday the 6th of June. So here's the daily charts here, here's the candle we're looking at, and you'll see when we have a close look we had market action all on the one side. It's just a complete buying day, which there was nothing really showing that that was going to be the case. I mean, going back a couple of days here, this Friday we just pushed down all day, but that's because we're breaking a significant area. Quite often you get a strong day like that when it's the first day of a bounce. For example, this one here, so we're waiting that this trend's getting quite extended, get a bounce. This type of day just it's all one-sided, then you get back to two-sided action. This one here we pushed down, we'd already had a bounce. This is kind of the next day, and it's just an area where both sides could come into the marketplace. So to get it all one-side action like that is quite unusual, especially because it's no significant area to be breaking or a significant change in the markets. But in saying that, I guess market can do whatever it really wants to do. So, looking at just a bit of a relationship between the buyers and the sellers on this 5-minute chart here. First of all, the market, we pushed up, we came back here, just because the way the market's set up, we've basically got this 5-minute fade setting up. So, look to catch this pullback, then a continuation of upside. So clearly, moving average is pointing up here. So this is a good area for the market to hold and go higher, which it did. So there was a winner there as far as the 5-minute system goes. We pushed higher. All the other markets were pushing higher and significantly higher. We're just waiting for the market to come back a second time. And by now here, the moving average is really flattening out, and I guess it started to become a bit of a decision spot. So this one here just left it, just because you can see the predictive average, moving average, everything's flat. So it's very much a 50-50 area. So as far as the 5-minute system goes, that one's left. It did pop down a little bit lower. The reason it's got some power back on the upside here is, it's gone up a lot of points, and when you get something like this, like if it started turning around at this point here, or maybe push it a bit higher, then turn around, the sellers could have come in and worked their way back to the lows. But when they get as high as they did, in this fact, the second time they went really high, that gives them quite a bit of power. So, in theory, that's how that particular area would go. But here we've got another signal here. By now, the moving average had started clearly pointing down. So even though unsure whether the sellers could come in and have a go, like technically this is a 5-minute fade. So as far as the system goes, look to sell from here. So again, back in line with if we hadn't have had such a strong buyers trend, if we got this sort of signal down, after market starts maybe flattening out and coming down from here, then it's got a lot better chance of working. But you got to give it a chance, and in the end it hasn't gone the distance. And then this one here as well, so we popped up, then the predictor started coming down again, so it's kind of the same area but looking this time to have a second go. But the buyers just proved themselves to be way too strong, and just an absolute buying day. So it ended up being one winner and two losers as far as the 5-minute system goes. Just over to the PowerPoint. So this one here, we actually had two signals, one with no fill. So here it is. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4 power points on the same side. Then it's come back here. It's just touched the power point, and unfortunately no fill before it went off and easily got the points from there. So haven't counted that one. Then again we've got 1, 2, 3 power points on the same side. It's come down, it's pushed up 7 ticks, so it's got very close. It looks like it's got the bounce. This is a great one where you can move your stop just below that point there, because if it comes down like it did, chances are it's going to keep going down, and that's the case. So a small stop out there. So another loss as far as the PowerPoint system is concerned. As far as power fade trades, not a lot of opportunity again. It's all one-sided action. So marking these swing low areas. So this is a swing low. Once the market starts getting up around here, it's broken basically these highs here. It starts to make this area less feasible. If we started maybe holding at this point here or a bit lower, then came at it, something very interesting, and cutting the buyers off there and getting some power on the downside, that'd be a great potential break back down, but not to be. Then another marking here. So same sort of thing, we're getting the push down, just not quite enough of a pullbacks to really give the sellers some momentum and some confidence in pushing down. So in the end it's pushed down, but it wouldn't have went the distance. Then marked another swing low, which we haven't come back and tested either, just kept on pushing higher. And the fact of the matter is we didn't have any real decent pullback so that there's no sort of swing highs marked where it could get potential break up on the upside. So that's a wrap up for Wednesday, and I'll speak to you guys on Thursday.